Hello students, welcome back to my video. So we have done the recap exercise in the last video and I hope you have practiced this very nicely. So today I will start the natural numbers. So what is called natural number? So all counting numbers are called natural numbers. Very important. So our starting number is what? Starting number is natural number because this is the first type of number we always study from our childhood. So all the counting numbers when you are kindergarten student, that means we are going the nursery school, there we start learning 1 to 3, right? Because one we know that 1 is the first number. All counting numbers 1 2 3 4 dot 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 means it will go on, it is never ending. Numbers are never ending. So all these numbers are called natural numbers. There are unlimited natural numbers. See written here, starting with the smallest natural number 1. So what is the smallest natural number? That is 1. And what is the largest natural number? It is what? Infinite. Okay, infinite. That means it is not defined. We don't know what is the largest natural number because it is never ending. Okay, the collection of natural number is denoted by n. Okay, so it is the notation of natural number n. So n equal to 1 2 3 4 dot dot dot. Understood? So this is called natural number. So here are some examples given. So like months in a year, students in a school, and number of trees in a garden. So all we can count, right? So these are all natural numbers. Now let us consider an example. Aryan has 6 chocolates with him and wants to distribute these chocolates among his 3 friends equally. Okay, so 6 chocolates are there and he wants to distribute among 3 friends. After distributing the chocolates, he is left with no chocolate. Okay, after distributing all the 6 chocolates, there is no chocolate left with him. So what we can express? So we can express the absence of chocolate with a number called 0. Okay, so if anybody asks no chocolate means what? So no chocolate means what? 0 chocolate. So that's why in this way the 0 is invented. 0 where there is nothing, that is called 0. So 0 means absence of an object or item being referred to. So 0 means nothing, it is absence of anything, that is called 0. So that is why concept of 0 has came. Okay, so 0 is the most important number in our number system. Understood? Because without 0 we cannot proceed after 9. See, if we start from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if there is no 0, can we write 10? No, because after 9 the number starts repeating. So 10 is what? 10 is 1 and 0. So 1 is repeating again. So after that 0 is there. So 0 will continue the next number. So 0 is very important. So where 0 comes? So in whole numbers. The next topic is whole numbers. So now if we add 0 in the set of natural numbers, we get a new set of numbers called the whole numbers. Okay, that means before 1, that means starting 1 is starting of natural number, but because before 1 if we add 0, then it became a whole number set. So the set of whole numbers consists of 0 and the set of natural numbers. So it is denoted by W. So whole numbers start from where? 0. So whole numbers is what? It is also a counting number but starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 dot dot dot. So what is the smallest whole number? The smallest whole number is 0. Understood? And what is the largest whole number? Again it is not defined. Infinite, because we don't know. Numbers are never ending. Understood, students, now? So these are the concept of natural numbers and whole numbers. Now we'll go to the properties of whole numbers. So all the properties of numbers satisfied by natural number also satisfied by the whole number. So natural number properties and whole number properties are same only. That's why it is said. Now we shall learn some fundamental properties of natural numbers satisfied by whole numbers. So let's start the properties of whole numbers and natural numbers. because they are same. The properties of addition, first of all. Addition, when you plus anything, that is called addition. So first property is closure property. What is called closure property? The sum of two whole numbers is always a whole number. That means when you add any two whole number, then the answer will also be a whole number. It is the meaning. So let A and B are two whole numbers. Okay, A and B are two whole numbers, any whole numbers. Then when it is added, their sum is what? Their sum is C. So that is A plus B is also a whole number. That means when you add A plus B, then the answer will also be a whole number. That is called closure property. So this property is called the closure property of addition. So here numbers are taken. First number is 1. So 1 is a whole number and second number is 5. So 5 is also a whole number. So when you add 1 plus 5, it is 6. So 6 is also a whole number. Now understood the concept? Then 3 plus 7. 3 is a whole number. 7 is also a whole number. When you add 3 plus 7, 10 is coming. So 10 is also a whole number. Now understood? So this is the concept of closure property. I think you have understood nicely, right? Next is commutative property. What is the meaning of commutative? The sum of two whole numbers remains the same if the order of numbers is changed. That means when you add two whole numbers, okay, and after that if you change the order of the whole numbers, two whole numbers, then the answer of both the whole numbers will be the same only. See here, A and B are two whole numbers. Suppose we do A plus B. So when you add A plus B, then we'll get some answer, and again when you change the order of the number, that means B plus A now, then also the answer will be same, right? So this is the meaning of commutative property. When you change the order of the numbers, then also the answer will be same. Answer will be the same whole number. See the example, 12 plus 13. 12 is whole number, 13 is also a whole number. Then 12 plus 13 is coming what? 25. Again when you change the order, that means 13 plus 12, then also coming what? 25. So both the answers are same, both the answers are whole number. So this is the meaning of commutative property. So when you change the order, then also the answer will be the same. Then 0 plus 8. So 0 plus 8 will be 8, and 8 plus 0 it is also 8. Understood the concept of commutative property? Now next see the associative property. What is the meaning of associative property? The sum of three whole numbers remains the same. Sum of three whole numbers. Now three whole numbers will be there, and if we sum it, when you plus it, the sum of three whole numbers remains the same even if the grouping is changed. That means when you change the grouping also, the answer will be same. Let us A, B and C are the three whole numbers. Then like this you can see A plus B. First of all, this grouping is done. A plus B is one group. Then plus C, it is outside. Then when you change the grouping, suppose now A is alone, now B plus C is in one group, then both the answer will be same only. So this property is called the associative property of addition. By example, understand, 2 plus 3 is in one group, then after that 5. So first of all we do the addition of this bracket, because we know the BODMAS rule. First of all you have to do the bracket operation. So 2 plus 3 is 5, and this is outside 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Now if we change the grouping, suppose 2 is outside now, 3 plus 5 is inside the bracket. So first of all we'll solve this bracket. 3 plus 5 is 8. So 2 plus 10 is 2 plus 8 is 10. So see, both the answers are same. So it is called the associative property of addition. Understood? Again you can see 13 plus 7 is in one group. So 13 plus 7 is 20, 12 plus 20 is 32. Again now it is changed, 12 and 13 is in one group, 7 is outside. So 12 plus 13 is 25, 25 plus 7 is 32. Answer same. So I think you have understood the associative property also, right students? Now next property is identity element. So identity element is what? if 0 is added to any whole number, okay, so when you add 0 to any whole number, what will happen? The sum remains the same itself. That means the answer will be the same number itself. Very easy. So as we see that 0 plus a, when you add 0 with a, the answer will be what? The number itself, a only. Or when you add a plus 0, then also answer will be a, number itself. So this is the meaning of identity element. See, by the example, 0 plus 3 is what? 3, and 3 plus 0 also 3. So this is the meaning. So when you add 0 with any whole number, the answer will be that same number. Okay, again see, 0 plus 312, answer is 312. Again 312 plus 0, again answer is same. 0 plus 27 is 27, 27 plus 0 is 27. Understood? So therefore the number 0 is called the additive identity. So very important line. So this is called additive identity. So what is additive identity? When you add 0 to any number, that we get the same number. So 0 is known as the additive identity, as it does not change the value of the number when addition is performed on the number, because 0 will not change the number. That is called additive identity. So 0 is called the additive identity. Understood, students? So students, I have explained the natural number, whole number, and all the properties of addition, of whole number. So read it very nicely, okay, so that you will understand. Otherwise you will not understand if you do not read. So thank you so much.